October began violently when a 6-year-old girl in Lapwet Dennery was shot in the face, while the alleged target of the gunman, a 19-year-old male, sustained a gunshot wound to his arm. Acting Police Commissioner Vern Gard announced plans to reopen investigations into two alleged extrajudicial police killings, the deaths of Reginald Jur and the Vieux-Fort Five. The decision was prompted by new evidence that warranted revisiting the cases. Commissioner Gard also announced a renewed inquest into the death of Shakadan Daniel, who was found dead in custody at the Meekwood Police Station on October 23, 2013. Human rights lawyer Mary Francis dismissed the reopened inquiries as, quote, a new round of musical chairs and just plain ridiculous, end quote.
He said that's when Green having the files carefully going through, having the police themselves, investigators, going through the files, and despite his 19th of June statement to the media, where he advised that the matter should go through the courts, and after a full-fledged inquest concerning the Vieux-Fort Five, which ended in June 2016 with the decision of unlawful killing by the jury, I don't understand. What is the basis of his advice, so-called advice to the Attorney General to reopen the inquest after 13 years?
Meanwhile, police reported successes in combating crime, including the seizure of illegal firearms, ammunition, and narcotics. Police charged a 24-year-old man in connection with the murder of Guatemala native Sofia Gabriel Munoz Buchan, who was found dead on Thursday, September 26. Two individuals were arrested and charged with the robbery and aiding and abetting kidnapping following a robbery at the First National Bank in August. Jovian Willie, also known as Hengdem, became the island's 62nd homicide victim following a police-involved shooting in Bacatel. Police said Willie was shot during an attempt to stop a suspicious vehicle that subsequently crashed. A firearm was recovered, and the vehicle was reported stolen earlier that day. A shooting in La Panse shortly after brought the homicide toll to 63. A 15-year-old girl was executed by masked gunmen in Castries. In response to growing public concern about violent crime, the Home Affairs and Crime Prevention Minister assured citizens that work on the National Crime Plan was still in progress.
We have engaged several individuals. We've not selected a particular person. However, what we've been doing in the meantime is working with the various agencies that deals with various components of crime. So we've had several meetings. My ministry have had several meetings with the social agencies, SSDF, Umbutu, ACT, the Alliance for Community Transformation. We've also had meetings with the hierarchy of the Bodley Correctional Facility and the Parole Department. We've also met with the police. So the idea is to be able to bring all of these agencies together and look at the different elements of crime that they deal with, who deals with rehabilitative, the different elements, and then see how we can bring all of this under one umbrella and coordinate.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre provided the Royal St. Lucia Police Force RSLPF with 3 new pickup trucks donated by the government of Saribia. 80 new recruits began training at the Police Academy, bolstering the RSLPF's capacity. In October, opposition leader Alan Chastanet criticized the Labour administration for its financial policies and demanded transparency regarding the Citizenship by Investment Program (CIP). He also called for the removal of the Citizen Health and Security Levy and a reduction in fuel prices.
We've seen that the Medical and Dental Association has come out and said that this is the worst that healthcare has ever been. And there is no relief in sight. In fact, the horror stories at OKEU and what's taking place at St. Jude and our healthcare centers, the lack of medication, the lack of proper facilities, is it become a recurring theme where we almost growing to expect that kind of standard with no relief in sight.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre announced plans to proceed with the Rock Hall housing project under the CIP, expressing confidence that recent controversies surrounding the arrest of an individual associated with the project has not tarnished the island's reputation or the program. Investment Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire presented the annual CIP report, addressing questions about the program. Despite opposition criticisms, the government touted its success in reducing unemployment to the lowest levels in over a decade, projecting single-digit unemployment by early 2025.
You may recall I've told you that my aim is to get unemployment to single digits. if the trend continues, barring any unforeseen circumstance, I believe that St. Lucia will attain the single-digit unemployment rate, if not in the next quarter, the quarter after. I'm very pleased with that growth, and we hope it continues, barring any unforeseen circumstances, which I mentioned to you the last time.
The United Workers' Party staged a protest outside Parliament, calling for fresh elections and greater transparency, particularly regarding the CIP. Former MP Sarah Flood-Bober reiterated concerns about the potential impact of the Halls of Justice project on the minor basilica of the Immaculate Conception, urging its relocation. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre downplayed concerns over resignations at the Owen King EU Hospital, stating that such resignations were not uncommon in the health sector.
I heard so, that some doctors resign. It's not a situation which I'm happy about, but people always need to look for greener pastures.
The Ministry of Health issued warnings about dengue, chikungunya, and Zika, urging residents to take preventive measures against mosquito bites. The Babonneau Wellness Center was temporarily closed for mold remediation following staff complaints about health risks. Similar issues affected other wellness centers. The Ministry of Health deployed additional nurses, physicians, and resources to address overcrowding in emergency rooms and challenges at the St. Jude Hospital. The government introduced the iScreen system, a digital platform designed to streamline patient data management in primary healthcare facilities. Prime Minister Pierre expressed confidence in Health Minister Moses Jean Baptiste despite opposition criticism over healthcare issues.